Alright, hello everyone, I am Peter96er, the coach of your Mudkips. Today I have the draft recap of the PUDL Master Ball, Showdown Division. Even though I have a capture card, I am doing Showdown again, I just like it more. This is the thing, and I guess I'll just get right into everything we drafted. Okay, so we're at the Team Builder. And with the first pick of the Season 3 of the PUDL Showdown Master Ball Division, the Maryland Mudkips take KYUREMMMMMMMM. Yes, we got the Dragon Ice. You know, I don't know any nicknames for this guy, so I just said the first thing that came to mind. But, really good stats. I don't know the exact stat spread, but it's really strong. 130 special attack, 130 attack, 125 HP, 95 speed, and actually like a really decent bulk. So this thing, what we really want it for is a Dragon Dance set, choice specs, freeze dry, ice beam. Could drop Dracos, a lot of stuff that we could just do, Draco, just like, you know, a lot of stuff that we could do with our boy, Mr. KYUREMMMMMMMMMM. He's a really versatile first pick, could be a both physical and special attacker, and that 95 speed stat is something that, I think you could be proud of. It's a really good Pokemon all around. I don't really have to, like, explain everything. Not the best ability, a really good offensive type, not the best, like, defensive type, but it's a really good Pokemon. And so, with the second pick of the draft, the Maryland Mudkips decided to take Cinderace. I always wanted to try Cinderace, just really fast and, pretty strong, not as strong as, something like KYUREMMMMM. It's not really here to be a wall breaker. But it's more to just like, he's a good pivot, he has really good utility with stuff like, court change, can run heavy duty boots, can run choice band, high jump kick, a lot of stuff, a lot of heat it could be played with, Swords Dance, Trailblaze, Will-O-Wisp, it's just, a lot of stuff that I think I can cook with, you know. Cinderace is something that's just really strong, always a pain to prep against in drafts, and I actually get to use it in draft. You know, it's just a really good utility mod, a good offensive mod. It's a really good all-arounder. Not defensive, but it could just do a lot offensively while also being utility, which is all I needed to do. It also gets rid of, like, Stealth Rocks, that KYUREMMMMM definitely does not like. And so, with the third pick of the draft, we decided, the Maryland Mudkips decided to take Slowking. Good pick. I really like this Pokemon. 95 HP, 110 special defense, 80 defense. It's gonna be incredibly specially bulky, a pretty good physically bulky Pokemon. But what mainly people use it for is that chilly reception. Because of Slowking's really low speed stat, can run like 0, and then like a minus speed nature. And what that lets you do is you can be slower than your opponent. You set up Snow. You switch out Regenerator, gives you back a third of the HP, so you gobble any hit that gets taken to you. You can also do stuff like Future Sight, then Chilly Reception, and Chilly Reception pairs well with KYUREMMMMM, because now not only KYUREMMMMM gets ×2 defense in Snow. Instead of Ice Beam, now we can throw something on there like Blizzard. Now he has 110 base power Ice move and has double defense. And 90 defense, 125 HP, you're not going to be able to kill this in one hit if you're going off of a physical hit. And so you're going to have to go special defense. So you can do stuff like Assault Vest, KYUREMMMMMMMMM in the snow, just Blizzard, Draco, Freeze Dry, Earth Power. Just do the absolute most with the absolute ease. Focus Blast is just so much. I really like KYUREMMMMMMM plus Slow King. Really good combo. It's not original at all, but you know, there's no need to be original. We're trying to get the win. Another thing this thing gets is like Trick Room. It's not the best in singles, but good in doubles. But you know, in singles, it still does have its niche. And wait, with our 4th pick of the draft, the Maryland Mudcats actually decided to take Ursaluna. Good pick all around. Good pick all around. And actually, that pairs really well with the Trick Room, as Ursaluna is incredibly slow. She's at 50 speed. We're gonna be out underspeeding almost everything like in the game. Like, really good attack stat too. As you can see, it hits 347 with just like a brave nature. If he maxes out, that's 416 attack. And then plus Guts, plus Flame Orb. The only real problem with this Pokemon is its speed. And with something like Slow King support, I mean, you don't even need to go Slow King support, because this thing is actually incredibly bulky too. With 130 HP, 105 defense, and then 80 special defense. It's going to be tanking pretty much always a hit. It can Earthquake, it can Headlong Rush, what are some other physical attacks it gets? It just gets almost everything. Close Combat, Crunch, Double Edge, or Facade if you want something stronger. Gunk Shot, Heavy Slam, high. No, you don't need high horsepower. Just incredible amount of just physical, like, gets a lot of coverage moves. It's insanely strong. If like you OHKO almost like every Pokemon in the game. And, it's really useful for our 4th round pick. You know, it's not going to be outspeeding everything, but it gives us more of a defensive backbone, while also giving us an offensive identity outside of KYUREMMMMM, because Cinderace isn't the strongest, and neither is Slowking. So KYUREMMMMM plus Ursaluna core with, like, just strength, it's going to be really good. And so, with the 5th pick in the draft, I decided to draft somewhat offensive. You know, it could be offensive, but, just could be support, can just do a lot, could be defensive. And that's the 5th pick of the draft. The Maryland decided to take Sylveon. Great pick. After PMPL, I actually like really like this Pokemon, even in like Beast Ball, Spoods Leagues. 95 HP, 130 special defense. It's really good, especially bulky. It's not the fastest. Another thing for that Trick Room Slowking. So we do have a semi Trick Room mode. It's not the most physically bulky, but if you run this like max defense, it's not a slouch defensively either. Like, you run this, and it's gonna take like 1 or 2 hits for most neutral hits. Physically, if you're not the strongest, like Cinderace Power Ball probably 2 KOs this with like not a lot of physical attack, and that's something that, like, not understated. Like, you can do a lot of stuff. It doesn't get like any coverage like at all. Like, Weather Ball is the best it gets, which I guess could work with Chili Reception. But like, it gets Baton Pass, another slow pivot mon like Slow King. There's a lot of pivot on this team so far. Like, we have Cinderace U-Turn, Slow King Chili. Now we have Baton Pass. It just seems like Sylveon seems like a really good Pokemon to have. Like, doesn't seem it's not the best Pokemon, but it's a very good Fairy type, and of course it has one of my favorite shinies. So like, can I really complain? I got one of my favorite Pokemon, one of my favorite shinies. Overall, goated pick by the Maryland Mudcats organization. And it's gonna be really fun to see what this could do in battle. So next, we the 6th pick of the draft. we kind of needed more specially offensive Pokemon. I know I just, Sylveon got drafted, Kyurem got drafted, but we were tending to be more physically offensive. So, with the 6th pick of the draft, the Maryland Mudkips decided to take Duraludon. Great pick from the staff. I haven't seen this be used a lot. This is not going to be one of my Terra Captains. I decided to give that to my next pick, but we'll wait for that. It's just like 120 special attack. This thing is another thing that can just drop Dracos. Flash Cannon, while not the best, it could still be run. Light Metal, Heavy Metal, that's really useful depending on the week. Like if I face like something that just wants to press low kick, I could Light Metal. If I'm facing something like maybe something maybe like, oh my goodness, I cannot remember stuff today. Like Gouging Fire that wants to spam oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Something like I forgot what it's called, but it's the fire type version of Heavy Slam. I could run Heavy Metal. And also, since this thing is not a fully evolved Pokemon, Eviolite is such a good thing on this. Let's just see. That defense stat is going to be insane. Insane. 361.1.5. That's just Choice Banded Body Press. That's Choice Banded Body Press right there. And the special defense, while not gonna be the best, this times 1.5 is actually gonna be pretty high. And also, it has a really good speed stat. Good attack if I want to go attack, because it does get some like pretty good attacking moves, and it just has like really good coverage. Dragon Tail to stop setup, foul play, Iron Defense, Iron Head, just like a lot, like a good plethora of moves that I think could work. Look at Swords Dance. Remember that. Remember that, Peter. Remember that. Okay. So, I think it's a really good utility mon. It provides a little bit more speed because we've kind of been focusing on this Chirping core for like the last 3 picks. So I wanted to stray away from that. And to continue with straying away from the Chirping core, the Maryland Mudkips, with their 7th pick of the draft, decided to take Sceptile. Another good pick. Another amazing pick. Again, amazing shiny. Oh, amazing shiny. Unburden is a really good ability. Swords Dance, Acro, actually don't know how I'm gonna be activating the Unburden, but you could do like Endure, Endure plus a berry, Earthquake. It gets a lot of utility moves like Leaf Blade, to be a sub-seed Pokemon, Roar, can't use that one, Substitute, Synthesis, Third Chop, Trailblaze, X-Scissor. Its stats are not the best, but it is really fast. It's not bulky at all. 85 is not the best attack stat, but, +2, +2, that's gonna be like, right under 500. Well, no, right under 600 is gonna be like 590 maybe? No, 590. 590 attack stat is not something to sleep on, and at +2 speed, we just had 2 Dragon Dances for like 1 turn basically. And even without Unburden, this thing is fast. 390, 339 with no, it's probably more likely that we run something like this. The 269 is probably the more likely case, but even then we don't need this to be as fast, because we do have a Cinderace, which it's just 1 speed slower, but even then we're probably going to be running like max speed, well not max speed, but something around 252 plus, like probably a little down. So yeah, probably something around here, just something to speed creep the fastest mod, and then we don't really need to have this max speed. Oh yeah, this is one of the Terra Captains. It's Terra Grass, it's Terra Flying, and it's Terra Fire, I believe. I just have to check real quick. Yeah, Terra Grass, Terra Fire, Terra Flying. It's gonna be really, really strong. I'm really excited to use it. And once again, I needed more special attack. I didn't think I was gonna keep Duraludon. I thought I was gonna get rid of it in uh Grace, but I ended up keeping it because I thought I needed that special attack. But I decided to take something to add to the snow mode because we were kind of neglecting it for like a really long time. It's really like Slowking has really good synergy on this team with like Sylveon or Ursaluna, but I wanted more snow synergy, so I decided to take Frostmoth. Now, unfortunately, this can't be a Terracathin. I got Terra Band. Honestly, like thankfully, if this was like a Terracathin, that would be insane. But as you can tell, max defense, in snow, this thing has 400 defense, 400 special defense. That is insane. And if you want to run max special defense, that's that's 500 defense, special defense. That's so insane to me. Cause, well, it's not 500, but you take half damage, so it's basically like doubling your special defense. Well, it's not the same thing. This thing's gonna be coming in on like special threats. In like you can go like you go Slowking, press Chilly Reception, and then you go out to something like Frostmoth. You get to Quiver Dance, and if you get two Quiver Dances, we basically win. Because we get Blizzards, and this thing has a like a pretty fair bit of coverage moves. Not a lot, but like it gets a good amount. Like Dazzling Gleam is very good. Coverage Fairy is a really good coverage move. Giga Drain is really good if you want to stay healthy. Air Slash is amazing, just because flying is a really good offensive type. It's just like not the best move in general, Air Slash. But yeah, like I'm really excited to use Frostmoth. I don't think it's gonna be like brought every game, but this was 5 points, and in snow, Frostmoth actually like takes bodies. Like I want to see how you kill this in snow, because I don't know if it does. Does it get Roost? It might get another move to heal itself. It doesn't, it only gets Rest, which everything does. So yeah, it's just I think this thing is gonna be really, really good in snow. And let's just move on to the next pick. With the 9th pick of the draft, the Maryland Mudkips decided to take Clodsire. But he is not on the team for long, as one of the 2 trades I made in Grace was to trade Clodsire for Okidogi. Pulling that up now. Okidogi, Toxic Chain for his guard dog, being immune to Intimidate as a physical attacker, 228 attack is really, really good and really useful. You get 292 without any attack investment, so like if you want to run defensive, you can run max defense, AV, it's going to be really useful. But also, at this point, I wanted a poison type, but I also needed more physical defense, because, yeah, physical defense. Because if you look at the team, right now, the only, like, physically bulky mon is the Duraludon and, like, Ursaluna. Slowking is a more specially bulky Pokemon. Ursaluna is bulky in general. Sylveon, specially bulky. Kyurem, bulky, but, like, not as bulky. Cinderace, not bulky at all. Duraludon is, like, the bulkiest physical Pokemon. But something like Okidogi, like, 115 defense is really, really good. And it just seems like a pretty good Pokemon to use. Drain Punch, Facade, Gunk Shot, High Horsepower, Ice Punch, Iron Head, Knockoff. It looks like it gets, like, so much utility. It gets a lot of utility moves. And I just think it gets, like, a lot of attacks. Like, it gets a lot of coverage moves. It seems like I can run a lot of sets with Okidogi, and, like, always feel like it can be brought to a battle. Like, I love Pokemon that I can just, like, kind of do so many different things with. That's the reason why I really liked using, what is it called again? Huh. I forgot what it's called. Shiftry last season, Shiftry. It was just, like, I brought it every single game, and I never regretted bringing it. just because it always added something to the battle, whether it was like defensive, supportive, or offensive. And I think this thing is going to be something similar. So be on the watch out for Okidogi. It's not going to be sweeping like Shiftry was, but it's going to be punching holes through team like Shiftry was. So with the final pick of the draft, 10th round, the Maryland Mudkips decided we need a spinner, and Morpeko was added to the squad. Like I said earlier, this thing was traded for Electros. Levitate Electros. It's the only, I think it might be the only Pokemon still where it has no weakness. And I usually stray away from drafting Electros because I thought his stats were kind of bad, but I'm looking at it now. Electros has some pretty good stats: 115 attack, 105 special attack. Not the best bulk, but it is very usable bulk. Like if you invest heavily in the bulk, it's not gonna be dying in one hit. 50 speed, not the best, but it just does everything pretty well. It's once again another thing that can wait, does Sceptile learn turn? Does not. You look like you can learn U-turn too. So like I don't know why they. Do you learn anything? You might learn U-turn. You definitely should. Yeah. So we have a lot of pivoting on this team. And you learn physical. We'll come back to that. Anyways, Electros, Volt Switch. It just seems like it can pretty much do almost everything during a game. Like the amount of Electros sets I faced in draft always vary. You can never know what you're gonna get with this. You can get Dream Punch, Flamethrower Special. You could go physical, Giga Drain, Grass Knot, Knockoff, Liquidation. Like, look how much I have to scroll down before, like, oh my, U-turn, Thunder Wave, Zen Headbutt. This thing just gets absolute most moves, and I love that about this Pokemon. And it is one of the Terra Captains. Of course, it has to be Terra Electric. Then it's Terra Steel, and then finally Terra Dragon. Terra Steel on a Levitate Pokemon is like used a lot because a Steel type that can't get hit by a ground type attack is really, really good. That's the reason why Bronzong gets used. That's the reason why Orthon gets used a lot. But yeah, Acrobatics, just this thing seems like it can do so much, and that it was the perfect end of Pokemon. Just a lot of utility throughout the entire draft, like with Ursaluna having so much coverage. Drowlodon seems like it can run almost every set. Electros and Okidogi seem like they can run so many different sets. Like I look at these items, you know, like the frequently used items, and like usually like, oh, Sceptile, I don't want to run Rocky Helmet on Sceptile. I don't want to run Solfest on Sceptile. Okidogi, besides like Eviolite and Choice Specs, I can see myself using every single one of these items. It just is that good of a Pokemon. So yeah, I'm gonna end off my draft there. I guess I'll give you guys a little sneak peek into my week 1 matchup, which is against Lou. We're here at the dock, where everything is held. Shout out Shiro for the mainly making the dock, and oh yeah, Kaz too. He also helped, I'm pretty sure. But we have the Eternal Forest FC versus Lou. This is our week 1 matchup. Landorus Incarnate, Roaring Moon, Primarina Scizor, Gothitelle, Amogus, Entei, Kilowattrel, Terra, Kilowattrel, Bisharp, Girder. Roaring Moon and Landorus seem like they'll punch a hole through me. I don't like that. Primarina seems like hell to break through, but Kyurem actually doesn't look that bad here. But I don't know. So yeah, not much else to say. That's it for the draft recap, and see you guys next time.